Today I'm talking with Dan Levy.
I don't know really what's happening.
We're having a conversation. It's an interview. You agreed to this.
How are you?
I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking.
Well, where did you get your dress from?
Oh, I'm interviewing you if that's okay.
Listen, this is very new to me.
No worries. I'll keep my questions easy. How do you feel about how small babies are versus how large adults are?
I think when you start out that small, you will always be that small.
So you believe that we're all still baby-sized? Maybe that question was too hard. How about, okay, what's the last number if you count to 10?
5 and 6 would be the last.
I guess you have your own unique way of counting to 10.
I could write a Schitt's Creek version.
Yeah, what would a Schitt's Creek version of counting to 10 look like?
Have a few beers and hope for the best.
Maybe we need to get away from numbers entirely. Do you remember the first time you ever wore a hat?
I remember kind of like walking around a corner completely dazed and like burst into tears.
Why?
You know, I'm so sensitive.
You know what? We've got time. Do you have any questions for me?
What terrible thing is going to befall me tomorrow?
Hopefully nothing. Bye. Today I'm talking with Octavia Spencer.
Not in the way that I had wanted.
I know, we were hoping to talk when we acted together in a production of our favorite Sondheim musical.
Company.
That got canceled with COVID, but at least it didn't get canceled while we were in the middle of a show.
I just didn't want to be panicked in the theater.
Me neither. I heard you went to a haunted house this Halloween. How'd that go?
My friend and I that went, we were the only two people screaming.
Can you recreate that scream for me?
Keanu! Oh God!
Did you say Keanu?
Keanu Reeves.
He was in that haunted house?
I am now raising him.
You adopted Keanu Reeves after finding him in a haunted house.
Yeah, but that was against the rules, but I kind of broke the rules.
Good luck with that. How did you feel about choose your own adventure books as a child?
There were a lot of things happening, a lot of endings.
Oh, that's the best part. What was your favorite ending?
The Coven of Witches.
Final question. Which celebrity is a better friend to dear? Katy Perry or Chris Evans?
Katy Perry is a dear friend.
All right, good to know. Thanks, Octavia. Today I'm talking with Jamie Lee Curtis. I'm so glad you're here, Jamie. My scheduled guest canceled.
You come to me in an emergency.
You came through. So I hear you're a super fan of the movie Ben-Hur.
It's very funny.
I don't really think of Ben-Hur as being funny.
It's set in 2005 at a summer camp in Maine,
Okay, we must be talking about two different movies.
but it's really funny.
Yeah, we're definitely thinking of two different movies. Ben-Hur is a religious epic set in like 30 AD.
And it's funny.
You know what, if you're just gonna keep insisting that Ben-Hur is a comedy set in 2005 Maine, I'm gonna take off.
Wait,
What, do you have something else to say?
I have 3 things.
Okay, go for it.
It's a very personal question.
You wanted to say whatever, Jamie. Thank you for agreeing to join me, and as per our agreement, I will send you the 2 Swiss rolls I promised you for the interview, even though the interview itself wasn't great.
I can get 2 rolls?
Yeah, I already agreed to that.
Are you saying if I come back tomorrow, I can get another 2 rolls?
Doesn't really matter, Jamie. You're not coming back tomorrow. Today my guest is Sarah Silverman. Sarah, before we get going, I have to address this. You keep buying gallons of milk and stashing them under my couch.
I needed to put it all somewhere.
Yeah, well, it's not refrigerated and it goes bad really fast and you need to stop.
Hey, man, are you okay?
I mean, I'm fine. I just think your milk thing is gross and you need to stop it.
I don't know. It's really just become something I've just accepted. I don't question it.
Well, I'm questioning it. Do you just not have a fridge? Let me help. Let's brainstorm someplace else you could store it. Where else could you put this?
Boutique hotels.
I don't feel like they'll let you do that either. Anywhere else?
My dad's apartment.
There you go. Just ask him if you can store it there. Although you do have a lot. It might take up most of his fridge.
His whole cabinet.
No, Sarah, if you store milk in a cabinet, it will go bad just like under a couch. This is so gross.
So is everybody in essence.
Sarah, we're gonna have to figure this out some other time. Our time is up right now.
I love you.
Well, thank you, but that's not gonna get me to change my mind. Bye. Today I'm talking with Jason Bateman. Jason, what's the first thing that you hope people notice about you when they meet you?
Just look for my knees.
That does make sense. I hear that you pick out clothes that let you show off your knees.
You mean my COVID uniform?
Yeah, that's one example. Jason, could you do me a favor? Could you say this word for me?
Ooh,
Yeah, sorry, I know it's a tough one.
loudy, something like that.
How would you describe this word that's so tough for you to say?
Gross, kind of.
Jason Momoa can say that word.
More so than his family,
Yeah, his family all pronounces it like you do, but he gets it right.
and we love him for it.
Yes, we do. It's just a little sad that he's usually so busy rewatching old Rugrats episodes that he won't take a second to say that word for his fans.
He's very committed to the show.
He really is, and you helped out by shipping him the entire box set earlier this year, but I heard that cost you almost $25,000?
Delivery was much more expensive back then.
Guess so. Well, that just makes you an even better friend. Thanks for talking to me.